What's up, guys? Welcome back to the bootleg studios of Rant Social. And this is Negroes Nerd Up, number 3. Get down or get left behind. Or something like that. It's going to be in the title, but it's definitely going to be Negroes Nerd Up Part 3. And I want to continue the theme of robotics from the last video I put out. The new Tesla bot. The Terminator is back. You can check that out on Rant Social. And that's about Tesla unveiling his new robot. All right, and you can check that out and let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's continue this theme, and I want to play this informative video on the advancements of robotics and and I'm going to speak about how it can affect your life, especially people that are working low-income jobs and manual labor. Those in those fields in particular need to pay close attention, as your jobs are already being slowly eliminated by kiosk in McDonald's, for example, and self-checkout machines in your local supermarkets and your Walmarts and things of that nature. Target, okay, each one of those self-checkout machines, every ATM machine you use, you're already dealing with a robot. For those of you who are afraid and terrified of the future of having robots like this in your home, doing tasks for you, interacting with your children, well, you already are allowing it because you're giving them tablets and cell phones. So you're already putting AI, or not necessarily robotics, but you're putting computers in their hands and having them interact with these interfaces at an earlier and earlier age, especially in the hood where you have lazy parents that just want to throw a tablet to their kid and let them occupy themselves while the adult is busy doing whatever they doing. All right, so let's get into this video.
Alpha Mini is designed to entertain kids in hospital, and
let's start it from the beginning.
This robot may soon be delivering parcels. It can lift heavy boxes, scan the area to avoid obstacles, and collaborate with other robots. Ford plans to pair it with a self-driving van. Here are the most impressive new robots and AI appearing on streets, in homes, in hospitals, in the air, and on a stage. Plus, why a robot that pisses beer could actually be the future. And why we're all a bit like this guy.
It'd be the future of frat houses all around the country.
From Pixar's stunning film Soul. The Ubertech Walker will meet you at the door, take your bags, act like a walking Alexa, and try to entertain the kids. Alpha Mini is designed to entertain kids in hospital and help them exercise. Its buggy is genius. In the operating room, this robot is inserted through a small hole in the abdomen. A camera and arms extend for the surgeon to control. Standard laparoscopic tools have limited movement. Robotic tools add wrists, and this robot adds elbows and shoulders. Using a VR headset, the surgeon can rotate the arms in any direction to grasp or dissect, and the camera moves with the surgeon's head. The arms have extraordinary dexterity.
I want to make a point, and this is why I'm putting this on this channel for our people. Listen, we have a habit now of just knowing how to use the latest technology. Just because you know how to use a smartphone, that does not make you smart. Just because you know how to use a tablet doesn't make you any bit more intelligent. Just because you can drive a Tesla or the latest Mercedes-Benz with all the gadgets and gadgets in it doesn't mean that you're enhancing your mental capabilities. All right. We have to get into the habit of learning how things work, building things, and then adding on to the technology ourselves, because that's all human beings are doing, is adding on to the information pool. But we can't just be consumers.
Almost like putting the surgeon inside the body, and they can suture automatically. But what if you have a brain tumor in an area that's too sensitive to operate on? These tiny robots are a fraction of the width of a human hair.
Now, these micro robots are what people are really afraid of, and they've been preaching this doomsday stuff from the 80s that they're going to inject you with a bunch of micro machines and they can control you and all that. Well, like I had a conversation with a couple of my buddies, there's always two sides to a coin. Just like a knife can harm a person, it could also chop up vegetables, fix things around the house. Like you can hurt somebody with a hammer, and you can fix your roof with a hammer. So the same way you feel there's evil applications for these tiny microbots, there's also good applications as far as disease and health in the body in general.
And can be injected into the body. They could sense the chemicals being released by the tumour and wrap around it.
Or poke certain cells and test how stiff they are, and react based on what it's measuring.
To make the robots, a 7 nanometer thick sheet of platinum is coated with graphene. When a current is passed through the platinum, charged water particles are attracted to it, bending that side of the sheet, and reinforcing sections of the sheet helps control the movement. The robots can be made using the same machines that make the chips in your phone. The components are flat, but connecting the robots like origami allows complex operations.
If you ever wanted to get a million or so robots moving across a surface, investigating it, responding to what they measure, you're going to have the brains on board. And that's really what this breakthrough is going to allow us to do.
There are tiny solar cells on the robots, and shining a laser on them activates the legs. After the surgery, the robots can be sucked up with a pipette. Aiming to prevent injuries, this exoskeleton makes you 20 times stronger.
So right now, it feels probably like 12 pounds in each.
Now this is just for human ingenuity, because there will be no need for costly exoskeleton suits like this that cost thousands and thousands of dollars just for a human being to get into it and do the same job that a robot can do without calling in sick, without catching the coronavirus, all right, or getting locked up and can't make it to work.
Hand, and right here we have some settings. I can go into what's called heavy lift mode, and so that multiplies my strength by even more.
This robot's operated remotely, helping stack shelves.
Japan has a more leeway.
Japan has embraced robotics completely. Well, I won't say I won't say it's 100%, but their country in general has embraced technology for a very long time now, and this is why they spend the money. That's the key. However their politics run in their country, I'm not privy to that, but they seem to put the dollars of their nation toward technology, where in America that's not always the case.
To live with robot. From the anime, we see robot as heroes.
Once AI has learned to mimic the workers, the robots will work on their own. And with cars also learning to drive, 2 of the world's biggest jobs may soon be automated. And can you guess who this stunt robot's standing in for? It positions itself precisely to slow and accelerate spin.
Even the goddamn stuntmen in Hollywood's gonna be out of a job soon. Nerd up, Negroes, nerd up.
And stick its landings. Robots are also starting to work together with actors on set. Here the robot plays a role in a comedy routine.
Ho 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 ho. He's not even strapped in that chair.
And Adam Savage did some great work with the Boston Dynamics robot Spot. But which is weirder, this or this?
I don't care what nobody say. They got some weird stuff going on in other cultures. When you go to Asia and Russia and some of these other places, but particularly Asia, they, in Japan, they got some weird stuff going on within their culture. That's another video in itself.
Anyway, Spot costs around $70,000, and it's an impressive machine. Boston Dynamics recently released this dance video. But much cheaper robots are rapidly emerging, like this one, which can use AI to patrol a home or park, or even act as a guide dog for a blind person. Unitary Robotics aims to create robot dogs as affordable as phones. Currently, its cheapest version is $2,700.
Oh, that's
It can
so
follow
cool.
you, avoid obstacles, carry
I know y'all
and
scared,
run
but
10
that
miles
looks
an
so
hour.
cool.
There's a lot of incredible biomimicry. This robot snake is used for search and rescue missions, moving through small gaps with a head-mounted camera. It helped search rubble after an earthquake in Mexico City. The snake can also wrap its body around poles and rotate to climb them. Imagine being trapped in the rubble in the dark, and then you're surrounded by cockroaches. If you're lucky, there'll be these search and rescue robots. They're designed with a flexible shell to squeeze down through gaps a fraction of their size. This robot bat removes the danger of propellers.
Notice how we're always taking cues from nature.
Potentially allowing drones to work safely around crowds of people. And a robot cat is being developed for low gravity exploration. It can use its legs to rotate and land safely before jumping on to the next location. This robot's beauty.
I have to remind you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to Rant Social. I'm going to keep pumping out a lot of content on this channel, and there's going to be a variety of content. It's just not going to be me sitting here ranting, talking about other YouTubers. All right, that's getting kind of corny, don't you think?
Beautifully mimics the way real birds fly, with overlapping feathers attached to primary and secondary feathers so they can slide apart in unison. And robots are also mimicking butterflies and dragonflies. This salamander robot can walk and swim. It's helping uncover how life moves.
And I know I'm not going to reach all the kids, or even a majority of the kids that I'm trying to target, and young people in general, encouraging them to read, get into your sciences, get into your spirituality, get into, anything that stimulates the mind in a positive way. I know a lot of you are going to see this and, oh, this is boring. It's like, you'd rather see two guys sitting up in their house with gold chains on, trying to act like tough grandpas or whatever they are. You know, that I know that's entertaining. I know it, but we have to learn to have a balance. You can be entertained by that and loving hip hop and all that other stuff, but also introduce your children to substance.
From water to land.
Salamanders swim by using what's called an umbiliform swimming gait, so they propagate a nice traveling wave of muscle activity from head to tail. And if you place a salamander on ground, it switches to what's called a walking trot gait, which are very nicely coordinated with this standing wave ondulation of the body.
And robot animals are also...
My brother, one of my best friends in the world, Jerron, his son loves the planets and the solar system and all that kind of stuff, right? And he has a young son under 5 years old. And notice, when children are that age, are they dreaming and fantasizing about being a gangbanger, standing on the corner selling crack? You don't hear about no 3 or 4 year olds fantasizing about about shooting a pistol, selling drugs, pimping and hoeing, or any other of the salacious things that are found in the ghetto. All right, put some enthusiasm and stimulation into these children with these type of topics. You never know what you have in your household. You might have someone in your house that contributes to the world in a great manner.
also evolving. These 6-foot-long robot snakes are designed to live permanently underwater. They can seek out damaged infrastructure, select tools for specific tasks, and grab onto rails to operate machinery. And this robot dog can switch to rolling on wheels at 15 miles an hour. Its cousin from the same company can roll over uneven surfaces, jump onto platforms, and somersault across gaps. Combining legs and wheels has some interesting advantages. This courier was designed to reach remote locations.
A lot of jobs are going to be taken by robotics, but there's also a lot of jobs that are going to be created by robotics. But these jobs are going to be techie jobs, nerd jobs. All right, the grunt level stuff, robotics are going to be doing all the grunt level work, people. In the coming, it's already starting. I know I'm not even going to say it's in the future. Robots put together your cars. So we're already there. This is just showing you what's going to happen a little further down the road. But anyway, I don't want to keep this running too long. It's at the 15-minute mark now. I think I've made my point. We need to get back to being intelligent people, get back to being spiritual people, in tune with nature, but also expanding our intellectual capacities and making solid contributions to humanity and this planet. All right, please like, share, subscribe. This has been Rant Social. I appreciate you guys. Until next time.